Howdy guys and gals, I'm Silent Senior Zero, and this is Let's Play Pokemon Puzzle Challenge. Last time we left off, we cleared through round 4, be it miraculously or accidentally. I'm not sure, I don't know what you want to call it. You can even call it dumb luck, and I actually would probably agree with you. But be that as it may, we gotta get started on round 5, even though I really don't want to, and I honestly wanted to just quit after finishing all of round 4. But then there's this other side of me that says, you know what, Silent Senior? They're not going to go away. They're just not. They're going to be there, and they're going to haunt you in your sleep. So, to avoid having nightmares, let's just go ahead and get this out of the way. Here we go, round 5, extra. Booyah! And today we're accompanied by Marill in extra mode. Okie dokie, so we have 4 blue triangles, 5 red cyans, 5 blue... Or, excuse me, 5 cyan triangles. That's what I was trying to say, but clearly my mind is still not awake, and I've already had, I don't know how many cups of coffee. I think I'm on my 3rd cup. But maybe that's part of the problem, is I keep wanting to poop my brains out because of all the coffee I've been drinking. Because as somebody once said, drinking a cup of coffee is just asking to have to poop 3 times, or 6 times within the next 3 hours. Yes, I know, I retweeted that tweet a long time ago, but you know what? There is some truth to that. As a coffee drinker, I can attest that that's not entirely ludicrous to say or think. Anywho, enough of that. I feel like maybe we'd need to make the blue triangles on the left side here somehow get them on the bottom, but how? I know that's a weird question, but yes, thank you, buddy. Very eloquently put. How do I do that without making a mess? We could potentially switch this red heart with this blue triangle out, yeah? Then take this red heart in the bottom and this blue triangle and switch them. And then... Ooh, I get it. Pull this cyan triangle out, yeah? And then this bottom one. Oh yeah! We solved it, right? No! Dude! No, that was supposed to work. Oh man. Well, so much for... Thank you, Marill. Yes, I want to cry on the ground right now. That's about what I feel like, and this is the first puzzle. That bodes well for us, doesn't it? Well, let's count how many red hearts we got. We got 3, 6, 8. Okay, so it would probably be in our best interest to somehow get it set up where there are 5 red hearts matching. I feel like maybe that's a good idea. So, if we were to do that, just hypothetically speaking anyway, what if we switch this red heart and blue triangle that I'm sitting the cursor on currently, like that, and then we take this blue triangle here and switch it with the bottom, like that, and then I think this should work. No, it's not. I just realized the other problem. Well. Oh. No. We got it. Don't worry. Alright, so back it up from the beginning, because I like to make sure I do things in order. Get the T-shape set up. Switch. And then we come up here and pull that out. Finally. Like a breath of refreshing Febreze. Although I don't recommend spraying Febreze in anybody's mouth for fresh air. I recommend chewing gum or a mint for that. Because there's a good chance you might actually cause yourself some permanent damage if you do that. Anyway, enough of me being dumb. Let's see what else we got going for us here besides more trouble. Alright, well now that I've had a moment to kind of just stare at it blankly for about 30 seconds, which I think I'm going to have to start doing so that way I can actually start thinking logically at how to solve puzzles instead of just muscling my way through them. I noticed that we have 6 of cyan blocks, 6 of blue blocks, and 6 of green blocks. Which I know that wasn't the best way to word it. It sounded like a caveman talking. But that's beside the point. And then we also have 3 stars. That means we have even numbers of pretty much everything. Well, even numbers except for the 3 stars. But what that also translates to me is we probably are going to have a pretty solid streamline of chains with very little unusual amounts of combos. I mean, at most we'll have like a combo 6 where we have 2 colors matching at the same time. But I don't think we're going to have any 7 combos or 8 combos matching here. So, at least we have that in mind to keep and consider, so that way we don't start trying to bulldoze our way through this with the idea of, oh, let's just go ahead and start matching some crazy combo. That'll solve the problem, right? Yeah, no, let's not do that. Ooh. Maybe I have an idea, actually. Let's try taking this green circle, switching it with this blue. Then, I mean, clearly we want to match the stars, but do we want to maybe move this... Speaking of the stars, do we want to... Oh, yeah, switch this yellow star up here like that, with the green circle, and then take this yellow star and move it to the left twice. Please tell me that works. Aw, man! Well, it looked good in my mind. At the time, it looked great. And like that, I'm back. So I had the right idea. We were gonna make this star over here switch to the left twice, so we can match the cyan triangles here. And then this stuff and the right side would drop down and then the fun would begin. However, there was a step or two I wasn't thinking of. In fact, there were 2 steps I was trying to figure out. Namely, we needed to get the star somewhere in this column, so that way whenever we matched the 3 cyan triangles, it would drop down and match these 2 stars. So, because these are in the second row, we actually need this yellow star right here. We need it right here, where this blue triangle is, before we can do anything that involved, if you will. So, here's what I would recommend. I would recommend taking this blue... Well, it is blue, but the cyan-colored triangle, pull it out to the left, take this yellow star, switch it with a blue triangle, and then, as I was originally planning to do, take this yellow star and move it to the left 2 times. 1, 2. And then everything else just kind of solves itself out. Although I will admit it doesn't look like it's going to initially, so... Again, I think that's going to be a common pattern with these extra puzzles, excuse me. Oh, yeah, I see a bunch of stars, but stars are really the last thing I want to see. Unless they're under my hint counter, and even then, I'm too prideful to use the darn thing. You would think I'd be smart enough to start using it so I can at least figure out what the first move is, but... I feel like I would be cheating, if you will, or using like a... Using a, what's the word I'm looking for? Using a superpower that makes me overpowered, even though really the hint only works for helping you find the... Excuse me, helping you solve the puzzle by finding out the first move. Which doesn't do any good, especially in these puzzles where there seems to be always 4 moves as a requirement to solve the puzzle. But I don't know, there's just a prideful side of me that says, nah, we need to solve this without the use of hints. I mean, you don't have to necessarily, because I mean, if you didn't do so and you ended up beating the game, I would not consider that cheating. I would say, hey, the game gives it to you, you might as well use it. Use it or lose it, as they say. Let's go ahead and pull this diamond out and do like I was going to do. This isn't going to solve the puzzle, I can see that, but I really want to see this play out. Gotta see what it's gonna do. Alright, that's what I figured. Nothing else matches, and an entire black blob just appears on screen, and poor Meryl winds up having to do some push-ups. But her belly's too big, so therefore all she's doing is just rocking back and forth on her belly, so she can't do push-ups. Trust me, as a chunky monkey guy with a Nicki Minaj gut, I know the feeling. It's kind of hard doing push-ups myself, because my gut occupies most of the space. Oh, jeez, I'm beating myself up too much, I'm telling you. Try it again. Or as, what's that guy? Actually, I don't know who does the voice for it, but there's a guy in Mario Golf for this N64 version. He says, try that again! And he says it so freaking nonchalantly that it just makes you feel like, might as well. I mean, I really don't want to, because I'm not feeling it. You know, I'm not Shulk.
I'm really feeling it!
Yeah, not feeling Mr. Underwear guy. Oh, gosh. Oh, I'm sitting in my Indian style with my legs crossed underneath me, thinking that's going to make this easier, but no, it's not. But my feet are getting kind of chilly for some reason, and it's kind of weird because I have the ceiling fan turned to 1, and I know we're getting into the fall season, but still, it shouldn't be that cold. Sheesh. Alright, well, maybe we do need to switch this red heart with the purple diamond like I'm thinking of. And then we take this purple diamond and drop it down. So that way we can go ahead and pull this red heart underneath it, and then match these green circles in an L shape. So there was an L shape involved. It just wasn't the way I was hoping. Also, that is pretty cool. There's no way I could have thought to design a puzzle like that. No, definitely not. I'm too straightforward to do something like that. My puzzles would be very simplistic. Like, if I was on the team for designing puzzles, I would be part of the level 1 easy beginner stage. There's no way I would be able to handle the task of making puzzles like these. So while they both rant and rave and how much I hate them, I will admit I do kind of like them because they force me to see things in a different dimension. Not to be confused for 3-dimensional or 4-dimensional, which, don't even get me started on trying to explain that. How 4-dimensional works. Spoilers, I don't actually know. I've had people explain it to me as well, and I'm like, do what now? Jeez. Me and my math nerdness, I'm telling you. Well, ho-hum, ho-hum, ho-hum. Let's start by counting the blocks. We got 6 cyan triangles. 4, 8, 9 green circles, and 3 red hearts. Wow, we got a lot of freaking green circles here. Jeez. Alright, do we have an idea that we could try? If not, I'm gonna cut away. Alright, one idea, and then we cut away. How about that? First, let's take this this cyan-colored triangle and pull it to the left. Then, take this red heart here, pull it out to the right. Then, take this cyan triangle here, and we're going to pull it to the left 2 times. And that's not going to be the solution, but hey. I said it was an idea. I didn't say it was a good one. I'm going to want to punch whoever designed this puzzle, because this is really stupid. I don't know how to solve this shit, but I'm just sitting here playing around, and I don't know how long it's been. It's probably been like 2 minutes, but it feels like it's been an eternity. Nothing jumps out at me! Like, what the heck, game? Usually something, even a small teensy-weensy detail, sticks out and says, hey, why don't you try this? Nope! All the nopes are belong to me. Nothing! And I mean, nothing is jumping out at me, and it's irritating. Putting it mildly. Like, what the heck, man? How am I supposed to work with this? Like, there's nothing to do. Other than move and match the hearts in the center here? What else can I do? Like, I can't match the hearts to the left, although I kind of want to. The problem is there's too many green circles. There's way too many of them on the screen to be able to effectively do this. Why in the world do there have to be so many freaking greens on screen? I mean, seriously, it seems like everything I've tried, the greens are getting in the way. What is this, recycle day? Am I picking a nose here? Are these all boogers? Do we just have a minefield of booger greens blocking my every move? Like, every time I try to do something, like, I want to pull this blue down, and then maybe try to finagle something around, and then wind up with this mess. Okay, cool. But maybe I want to move these over. Oops. Maybe instead I want to move that over there, and then do this. Oops. Those get in the way. Maybe I want to do this. Oops. Maybe I want to do this. Oops. 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 Every freaking move I've done. Oops. Just oops. All over. All these boogers, man. All these green boogers. All over. There's too many of them. There's not nearly enough tissue to clean it all up. And many booger-filled rants later, I solved the problem, guys and gals, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. I think I figured out what it is we need to do. It is kind of dumb, but here's what you do. Come to the bottom here and move this heart over to the right side 3 times. 1, 2, 3. So, then the next step is, alright, we gotta clearly have a detonator, if you will, to make all the boogers blow off screen. So what do we match here? How do we do this? My first inclination was to match the cyans underneath, and then the hearts drop down, but that's not what we're supposed to do. We're actually supposed to match 5 boogers with 3 salty tears, and then everything just falls into place. All beautifully, because whoever designed this also had a sense of humor. Much like 5-3, the creator who created 5-4 had another sense of humor that was even more devious. Screw you both. And if you're the same designer, screw you times 2. I don't like you right now, I'll have you know. And I'm in a very bitter mood because of you. Like, I'm even more bitter than my cup of coffee, which isn't really too bitter, but that's beside the point. I am extraordinarily irritated right now, and I'm very grumpy because of it. It's not supposed to be this frickin' difficult, man. Man, woman, transgender, whoever you are, you've irritated me, I'll have you know. Alright, now that I've had my moment of rant and rave, let's actually get to solving this puzzle, shall we? So my first thought is to pull the star out to the left, because what I want to do is I kind of want to get the... Actually, before we do that, do we maybe want to move this diamond? Like, switch this temporarily like that, and then pull the star out? Okay, yeah, I'm feeling it. And then we take this purple diamond and switch it with the heart, and then we match a combo of 6, which I honestly didn't see before, but now that I see it, awesome. Awesome blossom. Oh, finally! A puzzle I can solve. For real. When you get to this point in the game, it's like, oh, I'm not losing my sanity. I'm not totally crazy in thinking these puzzles are a little... just out in left field. Also, I'm liking the fact that there's not a bunch of greens on screen. I'm officially liking this puzzle and the past puzzle before that. Even if I can't see what the solution is for this one immediately, excuse me, I can appreciate the fact there are no greens. This forever will be the day that Silent Senior is happy that there are no green blocks in this puzzle. Oh, yes! Woo! No more greens, baby! You can go green on your own time. Indeed! I think I know what we gotta do. But I gotta figure out the order that we're supposed to do it in. Clearly the blue triangles are going to be moved over at least once each, so that's 2 moves, but how do I want to move them? Do I do this before, like switch this over here like that, switch this over here like that, and pull this red heart here to match these cyans? If this actually... oh my gosh, it actually worked. Well, alright then. I like how things are going, and a-rollin', like we're rockin' and rollin'. Yeah, baby. I know what they say. Oh, come on! No! Not the greens! Anything but the greens! No! No more collard greens, please. I've already crapped myself from the last puzzle. I don't need to be dumping out anymore because you want to screw with me, game. Oh. Well, maybe I might be able to solve this. I don't know. Let's try switching this blue with a cyan on top. Then take this cyan and green, switch them out. Pull this blue block out. And then switch this green with a cyan. Oh, actually, wait. That's not a good idea, is it? Oh, I think I see what we gotta do. But let's go ahead and make the mistake. Because I think I see where we went wrong. Okie dokie, artichokes. So, as much as I hate the green blocks because of that one puzzle in this round, I gotta give props. This puzzle is actually kind of nifty how it plays out. It kind of reminds me of a puzzle inside a puzzle. I don't know if that makes any sense. It's like we're putting together an image, and we just got all these random pieces. That's what this puzzle's gonna look like when we're finished. So, here's what you have to do. You gotta take this blue block right here, and we need to pull it to the right 2 times. 1, 2. Okay. And so, the next step is we need to get the 5 cyan triangles set up in a crisscross fashion. There you go. Problem solved. And now, to get it started, we need to match the green boogers. And look at that! it's just, I don't know, it just feels like every piece fits in beautifully. Like we just created the most beautiful art piece in the world. Like DeviantArt would rake it up with a bunch of thumbs ups. I actually don't even know what they used for a rating system. It's been a while since I've been over there, so... Forgive my ignorance. I realize ignorance is not bliss, but it has been a while since I've been over there. Wow. I really love these twin tower kind of puzzle. This kind of looks like if we were to take this down here... Well, actually, no, never mind. I was going to say, it kind of looks like a tooth, a jagged tooth, if you will. But the problem is one side is greater than the other, so we get kind of an irregularly grown out root canal going on here that's upside down. In which case, I'd hate to be the dentist that tries to operate on this mess. Sheesh. Oh, and the greens are back. Here we go. I mean, there's only 3 of them, but still, I've officially nominated the color green block in this Pokemon Puzzle Challenge game as being the equivalence of evil! Evil colored blocks! They're so evil! They're filled with envy and just, slimy, gross, nose-filled, haired mess. That's what they remind me of now, anyway. So I guess my next question I should ask is, how do we want to take care of the main elephant in the room, which is the flute? No. The 5 blue triangles. Do we want to horizontal match them, vertical match them, T-shape match them, L-shape match them, or crisscross them? Like, what's going to be our game plan with that? That doesn't involve Dwayne Rock Johnson, mind you. I'm not entirely sure. Part of me thinks T-shape would be the best solution. You know, just kind of finagle this around, but then there's stuff that gets in the way, like, if I pull this out, we got the blue blocks lined up, but then these purple ones are blocking the way. So there's something we're not quite seeing. Like, there's not a clear picture that's being drawn just yet. Well, here's what I want to try and do. Let's pull this green dirt out, and then take this purple diamond. Oh man, if I do that, then it's not going to work because we need to move it to the right 3 times. And we only have 2 moves. Dang it. Alright, back it up. So then the next question is, how do I get it to go down there without making a mess, or too big of a mess? I mean, the only way to do that would be to move the star out to the left, and then pull this green circle out like that. Is that going to work, though? That might actually work. Holy crap. Alright, back it up. Here's what I did. Pull the green. Pull the yellow star out. Pull the green circle out. Match the purples. Well, hot diggity dang dog. Yeah, cowboy. Yeah! And guess what? We've completed the minimum requirement in the amount of puzzles you have to finish in order to move on to round 6, technically. Way to go! The next round is the last! You can do it! Prof. Oak, or Professor Oak, do you intend to continue this charade? Hello, we've already completed this before. We know there's going to be more than just round 6. But that's for another day. For now... Ha 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 ho. Yes. Well, I was going to say we have 2 more puzzles, but it feels like we got 20 to deal with, because... Wow! Have you seen the size of this puzzle? It's huge! Dudes and dudettes, this freaking puzzle's huge! Where do we even start? Wow! Is it too late to raise the white flag? Can I do that now? No? Okay, I guess not. Dang. Jeez. I mean, I know I was complaining about how boring some of the puzzles were laid out, or how simplistic some of the solutions were. But you didn't have to go and add an entire army's worth of, blocks for me to do anything with. Good gosh. Wow. Okie dokie artichoke, so it's been more than 2 minutes, obviously. But I think I finally figured out the solution to this puzzle. It's a little weird, honestly. So my attention was immediately drawn to the colored block that was mostly sticking out to me, besides the green boogers, mind you. And that was the blue triangles. I kept trying to picture, how the heck do we get these set up to where they drop down and match? But my attention should have actually been shifted to the purples, because when I counted them again, I mean, I counted before and I said how many there were. There were 8. But it didn't dawn on me to think, oh, because there's 8 of that, maybe we should try focusing on matching at least 5 of those. And then the other 3 remaining can just fall down in a chain of some sort. You know, obviously we'll figure out the details as we go along, but it didn't click in my mind until now. Maybe we should focus on the purples, because there's more of those than anything, from what I could tell. Anywho, what you want to do is you're going to take this purple diamond here, and you're going to want to switch that to the right at least once, okay? Next step is we're going to move this blue triangle over to the right 2 times. 1, 2. And then that leaves us with just 1 move, so the only other move that really looks like it's going to get anything going and rolling, while also matching 5 diamonds. And by the way, if you look at it, yeah, we got a crisscross set up. Just ignore this purple diamond that's on the bottom left that's been throwing us off here. Take this heart, drop it down, and there you go. And it looks like it's not going to work. And honestly, when I was doing it, I was even chanting, it's not going to work. It's not going to work. There's no way. And then as soon as I got to this point, I'm like, by golly, Miss Molly, it worked. Huh, well. Alright then, game. You want to keep me on my toes, even to the very end? That's fine. You know? Oh, sure, yeah, throw another tower in my face. Great. What is this, Bowser's Castle times 2? This is bullcrap, man. I call shenanigans. Oh, golly. Alright, well, let's count them out. We got 4 green blocks. Excuse me, 4 green circles, 3 yellow stars, 5 cyan triangles, and 6 red hearts. And I know it sounds trivial to constantly say the shape and the color, or vice versa, but trust me, it helps keep your head on straight whenever you make sure that you articulate as clearly as you can the minuscule details, such as the color and the shape of the blocks and how many of them there are. Because, I mean, it's a fundamental rule. Once you figured out how many colored blocks, how many of each colored block you have, it's only a matter of time until you start figuring, okay, well, if I match 5 of these that way, or match 4 of them that way, I should be able to get closer to the solution. I mean, just look at the previous puzzle. Eventually, it stuck out to me, the frickin' purple diamonds, but that's the last puzzle. Right now, we need to focus on this one, so we can go ahead and finish up round 5. Alright, so what's our first gut instinct? Honestly, I want to move this green circle out to the right. I don't think that's a good idea, but I'm also kind of lacking ideas, so just do it. Not to be confused like Shia LaBeouf, you know. Do it! Do it! Do it! Do it! Do it! Do it! Exactly, my point. Okie dokie artichoke, so I hate to admit it, but this puzzle truly has stumped me to the point where I really have no idea where to even begin. Like, I've tried moving the star up here to the right, and then setting up the greens on the bottom like this, you know, so that way there's 1 in each row. And then I've tried getting it set up to where I can get a chain reaction going. Like, I've matched this heart and seen what it did. I've pulled this cyan triangle out and see what it did. And that got a little closer, but it's still not enough. And even if I were to do this, that still leaves a mess. Or if I do this, that leaves a mess. I mean, there's just nothing that really jumps out at me. And I've tried every approach. I've tried matching stuff on the right side. I've tried maybe getting the stars in the middle and see if maybe there's a way to finagle this and just get it to drop down maybe, or something. I don't know. I've tried getting the... yeah, like this. I've tried this method. Of course, the green circles aren't lined up. Of course, as you can see, that wouldn't have done anything anyway. But yeah, I've been getting a lot of this. A lot of game overs. So, as much as I really hate to admit it, unfortunately, I'm going to need to use a hint. and it won't help me solve the problem, but it will at least, at the very least, give me the first move I need to do, because I have too much pride to look up the solution myself. I have to solve this on my own, and unfortunately I can't do it alone. I need to use a hint, and it is a mechanic in this game. So, here we go, first hint. Okay, so it's saying the very first move is we do need to move the star and the cyan triangle. And unfortunately, that's the only hint we can use. Like, if we were to do this and we try pushing it the second time, yeah, it's just going to keep doing the same thing. So it's not actually going to let us see multiple turns or moves, if you will. By Arceus, I have no idea how they thought you would see this solution. What the actual Infernate ball sacks, dude? Are you serious with this? Oh, gosh. Alright, so I didn't cheat or anything. I mean, if you want to call using the hint to figure out the first move cheating, then yeah, I guess I did. But I didn't look this up. I just finally found a solution that worked. It was by, once again, dumb luck that it happened. I didn't think it would work, but just bear with me. This is really stupid. First move is as indicated by the hint. Switch the star with the cyan triangle. Then, before you do what I was wanting to do, and that was to pull this green circle out, you don't want to do that yet. Here's what you want to do. You actually want to take this star and cyan triangle, switch them, pull this circle out, and then, you're not going to believe this, go back up here, because you had to move everything down one, switch the star back, but instead of with the cyan triangle, it's going to be with the heart to match it. And this is unbelievable. This shiznit is unbelievable. This fudge cake is absolutely out of this world. But you know what? I finally did it, and that's all that matters. Praise Mewtwo, Ho-Oh, Lugia, Suicune, Entei, all the freaking legendary Pokemon, all of them. Just praise them all. We have finished Round 5 Extra. Here we go. The Silhouette fills in for, I believe it's Cleffa? Or maybe that was Igglybuff. I actually don't remember. Oh, jeez. Me and my bad memory. With that said and done, though, thank gosh, we have finished Round 5 of Puzzle Star Mode. Okay, dokie, Artichoke, so I was rambling on for a minute there. I'm sorry. What I was going to say is, I have another confession to make, y'all. And I know I confess that, holy crap, it's been like 4 or 5 weeks later since I decided to get this fired back up and do it. Here's confession number 2 for y'all. I've never completed Round 6 of Puzzle Star. So, the next time we meet, not only am I going to be doing this completely and totally blind, but if I manage to somehow solve all 10 puzzles in Round 6, it is going to be epic sauce. Epic sauce! Dark chocolate sauce! Yeah! But in the meanwhile, thank you so much for watching. Love bunches. Please don't subscribe, and I will see you all next time. Peace!